A little over 7 years ago, Nicole was looking forward to getting a new job at pet food company. She was also looking forward to learning a new job and meeting some new friends. Up to this point, Nicole hadn't met anybody that was special. Remembers having a conversation with her dad, Steve, about meeting that right person. And Steve told her, even though it's a cliche, it'll happen when you least expect it. So Nicole decided she was going to concentrate on herself. Meanwhile, at the pet food company, Chris and his co-workers were hearing that somebody new was going to be hired. When Chris was introduced to the new girl, he thought to himself, oh wow. We all remember what it's like in your early 20s, working at your first meaningful job and forming new friendships. The group of friends that they have spent time with outside of work like to go to a local bar and play board games once a week. Chris and Nicole like to go with them. A few months after working there, Nicole invited the group to go to Disneyland for her birthday. Since her gracious Uncle Tom and Aunt Shelley could get them in free. So the group of friends decided to go to Disneyland, but as the day grew near, Nicole started to hear that nobody could go. Now she thought that was strange, but she didn't say anything. Little did Nicole know that behind the scenes, Chris was going and asking everybody not to go, so he could spend the day alone with Nicole. The day arrived, and it turned out it was only Nicole and Chris. We can all imagine they were probably a little nervous. They can both be quiet, but they decided that they were going to enjoy the happiest place on earth. The ride that Chris remembers the most is the Tower of Terror. All of you know that one. It takes you up several hundred feet and then suddenly plunges you down. Only after they started to date did Chris tell Nicole that he was terrified of that ride, and he only did it to impress her. Meeting the parents can be a nerve-wracking encounter. When I asked the mothers, Martha and Julie, both of them said the same thing to me. We feel like our kids, this is the right match, immediately upon meeting children. Martha said that Chris just got them, and Julie said she felt Chris and Nicole were destined to be each other. Now when it comes to dads, Chris shared with me he was a little intimidated by Steve. Steve, after all, was a lawyer, so Chris assumed that he was the type of man who wore a suit every day and went to court. But Nicole assured him that she had nothing to worry about. And she said, I bet you he will show up wearing cargo shorts, a t-shirt, and flip-flops. And sure enough, that's what he showed up that night to meet Chris and play checkers. About a year after they started to date, Chris got a job offer with Smuckers in Ohio, and Nicole decided to go with him. So fast forward to today, they stand before you, ready to pledge their love to each other. Do you, Chris, take Nicole to be your lawful wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and honor all the days of your life? You, Nicole, take Chris to be your lawfully wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and honor all the days of your life. I do. With great honor that I present to you, Chris and Nicole Erickson.